My name is Anthony Lanfear. The reason why I became homeless was health issues. My system was shutting down. I knew I needed help, and I reached out to my mother at that time, and she let me stay at her house and help me get the medical attention that I needed. And I feel that you can only stay with your parents for so long. And so I decided that I should break away and go into a homeless situation mode and to fend for myself, to strive towards something, to be somewhere or to be somebody or to do something. But I couldn't do it where my mom was at because I just felt like a burden to my mom. And I needed to do something, and there was no work or anything going on there, and I needed to be somewhere where I could maybe find work or something. As far as going back into the trucking industry, I had given up on that after my sickness because I was afraid. I had fear in me that I would run off the side of the road, that the medications weren't enough to keep me from falling asleep behind the wheel and endangering other people's lives. Community is important to helping the homeless out of despair. I remember so often, many times, I can sit in a doorway, homeless, cold, shivering, it could be raining or snowing, and you're shivering there, and you're watching people walk by, and they turn their heads. They don't want to look at you. They don't want to acknowledge you. And despair and hopelessness comes upon you as you're sitting there, because you see no compassion. And then once in a while, somebody will come by and give a word of encouragement or hope. But it's very rarely you see this. And after dealing with it day in and day out, you just fall harder and harder into despair, into hopelessness. And I think that if there were more people in the community that would just walk by and say, well, good morning, or even share a smile, just to stop and talk and show them that you do care, helps out immensely. As far as the question is for where am I going, why don't you get work? Well, there are certain things, being homeless, that people are not aware of is, first off, you're carrying around a 40 to 60 pound backpack, everything you own, your clothing, your sleeping bag, and certain personal items that you carry with you, which is a hindrance right there. If you were to go, okay. Second, if you're on the street and you're homeless and you do not have shower facilities to be clean, then you were dirty. Third, if you're dirty, your clothes are dirty. You need money to wash your clothes. And you're still carrying around this 40 to 60 pound backpack with everything you own. And if you show up at a business to apply for a job dirty and your clothes are dirty, you have no place to live, you have no phone to get information for jobs, and you're carrying this backpack, they're thinking, well, what kind of person is this? He is nothing but a homeless person. Now that I am housed, I don't worry anymore at night or in the day. I have a place to live. I have a place where I can keep my food, to cook, to have a place to keep my clothes so I don't have to carry them around every day. a safe place to sleep at night. I am no longer worried about being woke up in the middle of the night by somebody coming up to do me bodily harm, or by the authorities telling me that I have to pick up my stuff and move along just to find someplace else to lay down, and then an hour later to be woke up again and be told that I cannot be there either. I am so grateful for being out of the weather. Since I have been here to Monterey and within the iHelp program while I was there, I learned of 3 deaths from exposure, from being out in the end of the cold, wet air, not being able to stay dry at night. And I thank everybody that's in this community for their dedication to helping me. Without them, I would not be on this video today.